Fala galera do BONIZONE, hoje uma entrevista especial. Tô aqui com o Chris Koch, fundador e CEO da New Era. Pois é galera, ele tá aqui no Brasil. Vou fazer umas perguntas pra ele aqui. Essa entrevista é legal galera, vamos lá. Chris, nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
Oh, Chris, first of all, you are an NFL fan, I know that. What is your team in NFL?
Oh, I'm a huge Bills fan.
You're a Bills fan.
Lifelong Bills fan. I am right there.
I didn't know that you come here today, and I'm wearing the right clothes.
Absolutely, it's perfect. Yeah, I've been a huge Bills fan my whole life. I was at every single game in the '90s when the Bills went to 4 Super Bowls in a row. Never been done before. Probably will never be done again.
Never been?
No. And
how can you explain to me that 4 times, consecutive times, you never win a championship?
Well, I mean, it's sure. Of course, you want to win a championship, but I mean, when you think about having a team that's so close and so tight, and the players and the coaches understanding each other so well that you can repeat going back to the Super Bowl 4 years in a row. It's an incredible accomplishment. It's an incredible accomplishment. It really is.
Jim Kelly deserves. I thought that he deserves one title. Maybe just one.
Yeah, I know. He's
a nice guy.
He's a great guy. He's been a friend of mine.
Really?
For a long time. I knew him back in the '90s. And he remains a great friend of mine today. He's just a terrific guy. His wife and his girls, just a great family.
The history of his life, he's a great hero.
It's incredible. One of his daughters was just married a couple weeks ago, and he told me, he said one of his goals, when he came down with cancer was to beat it and to walk his daughter down the aisle. So it made me feel so good that he was able to do that. Yeah, and he's doing great. He really is.
I thought before I started watching the games, and I thought that Jim Kelly was the dancer. Jim Kelly the dancer, because my grandma loved him. So I thought, how can this guy can be the same thing? He's a dancer, he's a movie star, and he's a quarterback of the NFL. Come on, what? But I saw that just some letter change in the same guy.
I've never seen him dance, so I don't know if he's a good dancer or not. But he was a hell of a quarterback, I'll tell you that.
Chris, tell me, there's a nice thing in Buffalo. You have the naming right of the stadium of the Buffalo Bills. Now it's New Era Field, and I know that this is a big thing. This is a big thing to get inside on this business of the NFL. For example, we have Super Bowl in this Sunday, and they play on the U.S. Bank Stadium. So the naming right is a huge thing. How was that? How was this achievement for the brand?
Well, I think that there's a number of different things, but the one thing that I think that I'm most proud of is we're the only company, licensed company, in any sport that's ever done a naming rights deal. So that in itself is pretty amazing for us. It's exciting for us. To have our name on the stadium is great, but it's much more than that, because what we do is we have a fan experience.
Yes.
Every week for every home game, there's a different fan experience.
Yes.
So we do lots of fun things. When we played the New York Jets, we got the front part of a jet airplane and painted it green and allowed people to line up with a sledgehammer and take a sledgehammer to the Jets. So,
really?
Yeah. So
come on, I have to see that.
So we did one where we had all the local people that do spray tans. We got them to come out to the stadium, and we put red and blue paint in their guns, and people lined up to get themselves painted red and blue, and there were thousands of people in line. It was insane.
Every game, different experience.
Every day game is a different experience, and I think the other cool part where we're different from a bank or something like that, not only is our name on the stadium, but we have done really cool imagery of headwear and things around the stadium. So people,
it's like a museum.
Yeah. So people come and they take selfies against the cool gigantic caps and all the things that we put, and we try to every year what we do is we change out the imagery so that the caps reflect what's being sold that year and what's being worn on the sidelines. So it's a real fan experience.
And maybe it's the best store that you have in the world.
Yeah. I mean, hey, listen, the Bills making the playoffs for the first time in 18 years. There was such an excitement in Buffalo.
How about that?
And the Bills store at the stadium, there were just lines of people, for a week straight buying playoff caps. At our store, at our headquarters, we had 100 people in line from the moment it opened to the moment it closed every single day for like 6 days in a row, and they were all just waiting in line to come in to buy a Bills playoff cap. So the excitement was incredible in Buffalo.
I have to ask you, how about Andy Dalton? You like him right now?
Oh yeah.
How about that fourth down about the Cincinnati Bengals? It was incredible.
You know what I thought, which is a real testament to Bills fans. The Bills fans donated over $300,000 U.S. dollars to Andy Dalton and his wife's charity.
Yes,
because of that. So, and that's just that was all just fans just donating $17 at a time and raised over $300,000 for an incredible foundation.
That was amazing.
Yeah,
that was amazing.
That's a testament to the people in Buffalo and the fans of the Bills.
It was incredible because it was a long time that Bills didn't make the playoffs, and it was amazing. I saw the video of the guys in the locker room watching the game, the final minutes of the game, and Andy Dalton made that thing. I don't remember right now, but it was less than I think 10%. It was a very difficult situation.
I think it was 4th down and 12.
Yes.
And they end up scoring a touchdown and win the game. And it's just like I remember I was sitting with a friend of mine. I think we were in the Bahamas at the time, and we were just watching. We were like,
"Oh my God!"
We were like, "No, they're not gonna make it again." And then all of a sudden, the touchdown. We were like, "Yeah,
let's go to playoffs." Yeah. It was amazing. In the playoffs, you almost win the game. Oh, it was a closer game. It's a very hard game.
Yeah, it was tough, but it's I don't know. I'm a Bills fan. I thought we should have won that game, but it's the NFL. I think you got to have more than 3 points if you're going to win a game. Simple as that.
But it was a nice thing for the franchise. I think.
Oh yeah.
Next
really
movements, next year, maybe there is a possibility of the new Era field, Buffalo, be the city of the Super Bowl in maybe some years now.
Hey, listen, you never say never. I mean, it would be amazing to have a Super Bowl at New Era Field. It would be amazing.
No Super Bowl?
It would be amazing to have the Bills back in it. So hey, it's always fun to hope and wish, right?
It would be amazing. It would be amazing. It would be amazing. Just one more question. Tell me about this moment of the brand globally, because you were the sponsor of the hatwear of the 3 big leagues in USA. You're the sponsor of the NFL. You have now the naming right of your field, the Buffalo Bills Stadium. You are in the MLB where everything starts, and you are now in the NBA. This is a powerful marketing, and in Brazil, as the football, the NFL is to a big market here. Looking globally, what that means for you, because it's amazing this contract with the NBA too.
I think that what's most important to note is this is the first time in the history of sports that one company has exclusives in MLB, NFL, and NBA. So that's so important to our brand, and I think it shows the power of our brand, and it shows the power of our brand not only in the U.S. but around the world. And when you look at the fact that we're now in over 120 countries around the world, I think that shows something that we were able to take a small family business that was always baseball focused and was always just a domestic U.S. company, and in the last 15 years, develop a brand that's recognized by consumers around the world, and has a footprint around the world, and have been able to grow this brand and grow the distribution and grow our fans. It's just it's been a pretty incredible accomplishment, and certainly was my vision, but it's been done by a lot of teamwork from a lot of really talented people from around the globe, and Brazil is no different. I mean, what's happened here, when you look at 8 years ago, we was a very, very small company here, and what's been accomplished in Brazil, and and taking the brand that very few people knew back then, and growing it into an iconic brand here in Brazil, where people really understand who we are and what we do, and not only just in headwear, but in apparel and in outerwear, and in different kinds of footwear and slides and backpacks. It's really been an incredible success story here in Brazil.
In Brazil, the NBA made a lot of partnership of our national league, so NBA is a huge thing here. To the same time, we have a lot of people practicing football, and to the same time, we are the third in the world that watch NFL. So we have a great market here. So it was amazing, because you're the same guy that made the hats for the NBA. It's the same guy, the NBA, MLB, and the NFL. So very good to know that.
I'm really proud of what we've been able to accomplish around the world, and as I said, it's certainly been a team effort by a lot of people that live and sleep and breathe and eat this brand day in and day out 24/7, 365. So it's
good to know this.
It's very proud of what we've accomplished, and I'm very proud to be a fourth generation from the Koch family, and it's great to watch this brand flourish around the world.
Yeah, I think it's amazing. The fourth generation, looking all of these things globally. Oh, amazing! Congratulations.
Yeah.
Just one more thing. I have just two things here. I have to ask you. I can go there. Let me say, these two teams, Super Bowl team. You can choose one of these for this Sunday. How about your expectations?
Listen, I think it's going to be an incredible game. You've got two teams that are powerhouse teams in the NFL. What I hope for is a well-played game. That is played right down to the end, and hopefully the best team wins, and we just have a really exciting experience and a really great fan experience. And,
I guess so. What's the formula? I have to ask you, what's the formula? Because this is a well-known team in the Super Bowl. We have the old man, but what's the formula for these one to win, to beat the Patriots?
I think because the Patriots have been there so many times, their fan base expects them to win. So while the fans are really excited about it, they're not buying as much headwear until they win the Super Bowl. With the Eagles, there's just such a frenzy because they haven't been in
Philadelphia, Pennsylvania.
So people are going crazy there. So it's exciting. I mean, if you want to just go by the numbers, our business would be bigger if Philadelphia won.
Okay.
So.
Tom Brady, sorry, you won a lot of Super Bowls. Come on.
I love Tom Brady. He's amazing. He's probably the best ever, in the NFL.
Another guy with an amazing story.
Yeah, and what he's accomplished is just incredible. And listen, I never bet against Tom Brady.
But in the end of the day, the cap of the Super Bowl champion, independent of the team, it'd be yours.
Absolutely.
So it's a good thing.
It's going to be a new era. So either way we win. So
yes,
it's awesome.
Yes, of course. Thank you so much. Thanks so much.
Yeah, this is great.